is News 3 Now at 6.
Thank you for joining us tonight. Governor Evers is speaking directly to the people who he says aren't taking the pandemic seriously today. Evers did thank those who are staying home, limiting trips, and wearing a mask in public. But the governor added, we all need to get on the same team. This comes as Wisconsin cases soar to their highest level since the pandemic began.
Today, Wisconsin recorded its highest single-day increase in deaths from COVID-19 since May. There were 16 new deaths. It is the 6th day in a row that we've had more than 2,000 new cases. The state ranks 3rd in new cases per capita over the past 2 weeks. 640 people are in the hospital. That is also an all-time high. Wisconsin's positivity rate at 22% today. The 7-day average in new cases 3 times higher than it was a month ago, jumping to 19.5%. Now, we've all seen people who just don't wear a mask where required, even though most doctors say they help. Dane County leaders say it is pretty rare here.
But we're getting a different story from counties right next door. Gabriella Becerra went to one of them to find out if people are following the governor's order and what might happen if the Supreme Court overturns it.
A good amount of people are wearing masks in Sauk County, but there's still many who don't. And doctors say that's contributing to the spike in COVID cases. Local businesses and health officials say it's frustrating for those who see it every day. Danny Garcia understands what she sees from customers. She just wishes they were more understanding of others.
I don't really like wearing the mask, but I know that it's more beneficial to keep everyone safe.
Garcia works for 2 Sauk City businesses and has double duty. Her job in telling customers they need a mask.
I'll remind people, and if I wear a mask, I find that if people come in without wearing a mask, they'll normally just turn around and leave to go get their mask, which is very helpful because I don't really like a lot of confrontation.
When a business isn't following the order, tips help Sauk County Public Health know about it.
We get complaints, lots of complaints actually.
But Director Tim Lawther says he doesn't have the people to police an entire county, and the Supreme Court limited what he can actually enforce.
Our limited staff really has to focus on trying the best that we can to make sure that people who are positive stay isolated, people who are close contacts and at risk stay quarantined.
As he waits for a Supreme Court decision on the governor's order, Lawther is still counting on education, knowing that it won't reach some people who consider masks a political issue rather than a health issue.
People are not going to adhere to this guidance despite the logic, despite the science, despite the data.
Sauk County Sheriff's Office says it doesn't enforce the state order. That's done by Sauk County Public Health. But local police departments say they will step in to help if asked by Public Health. In Sauk City, I'm Gabriella Becerra, News 3 Now.
Lawther supports a mask order, but seeing as the county board decided to not issue one before, he doesn't expect it to if Evers' order is thrown out. Monroe Middle School students are the latest to find out they'll be learning from home. The school district said 2 staff and 2 students at the middle school tested positive for COVID. An additional 30 students and 3 staff are quarantined. Online learning will last through October 8th for those middle schoolers. The district will decide if changes need to be made to the high school and elementary schools by Thursday.
Now to our cloudy and cool forecast. Here's Chief Meteorologist Gary Canalti. Gary?
Well, those clouds certainly don't help temperatures very much. Blocking out the sun keeps temperatures cool, but right now we're seeing a few breaks in the clouds. Here's the live view from the Platteville Quimby Radio Sky Cam. You can see a little sunshine mixing in there between the clouds, but visible cloud track shows we've had more clouds than breaks in the clouds. But I think like last night, we'll start to see some clearing overnight for a time, and you can see very little in the way of shower activity across southern Wisconsin right now. Temperatures are still in the mid to upper 50s. Out to the west where there is a little more sunshine, Prairie du Chien, Boscobel at 61 degrees. By tomorrow morning, we'll be down to around 45 in Madison with partly cloudy skies. Tomorrow will be variably cloudy. We'll see some sunshine. We'll see some clouds. We'll also see a few scattered showers as well. High temperature at 60. Later on, I'll take a look at a forecast that includes potential for some frost as we head toward the weekend, but a milder stretch of weather is on the way for next week.
Gary, thank you. Tonight, President Trump and former Vice President Biden meet for their first debate. You can watch it right here on CBS starting at 8 o'clock. The 90-minute event is being held in Cleveland, Ohio. Small crowd there. No more than 100 people. More than 1 million votes have already been cast in this year's presidential election. We spoke with the chair of the U.S. Congressional Black Caucus ahead of the debate tonight. She said the biggest issue on the table remains coronavirus.
What I am worried about is if we do not have a change in leadership in this country, next year this time we will be talking about 1 million Americans who have died because the president has refused to address the pandemic as a national leader.
And besides the coronavirus, race and the latest revelations about the president's taxes will be among other issues that are set for discussion.
Today, Trump Victory, a joint fundraising committee formed by the Trump campaign and Republican National Committee, is holding a number of Wisconsin events surrounding the debate. The Republican Party of Wisconsin chairman was in Reedsburg leading a training to prepare volunteers to knock on doors and make phone calls. He says with 5 weeks until Election Day, there's still an opportunity to sway undecided voters who are focused on how this election will impact their lives.
And I think when people look at the record of accomplishment from this president, whether it's the economy and growing jobs, bringing this economy back, passing the USMCA, delivering conservative rule of law judges to the Supreme Court, these are all things that impact people around the kitchen table, their tax policy, and how much money they're going to have in their pocket.
Tonight, former Lieutenant Governor Rebecca Clayfish is leading a drive-in debate watch party in Pewaukee, and the president's campaign director will be at a watch party in La Crosse Park. Wisconsin Supreme Court justices are pondering whether to keep more than 100,000 names on a voter list or order them taken off.
Attorneys on both sides of the issue presented their cases this morning. Amanda Quintana joins us with details. Amanda?
Even after this morning's discussion, we don't have a great sense of which way the justices will vote, but we do know that it's unlikely that a decision will come before Election Day. Conservatives argue the Elections Commission should remove about 130,000 names from voter logs. They were identified as people who might have moved and didn't respond to a mailing within 30 days. Those attorneys say this case is about preventing voter fraud. Today, the two sides disagreed on whether the Election Commission has the power to remove voters.
It decided in 2017 that it would take this list and use it not only to notify voters, but to deactivate registrations where the voter did not confirm that that he or she still lived at that address.
Wisconsin is well known as having the most decentralized election administration of any state in the country. And so while the Election Commission maintains the list and performs the technological functions, the actual execution of deactivation of voters in the statutes generally happens at the local level.
Liberals argue the lawsuit is trying to lower voter turnout, which historically benefits Republican candidates. Attorney General Josh Kaul also says the Election Commission shouldn't treat information that someone might have moved as reliable. This is one of several lawsuits on the same topic across the country. Many are playing out in battleground states like Wisconsin.
Amanda, thank you. Developing tonight, a judge has issued an injunction against the Madison School District policy that allows staff to use transgender students' preferred name at school. The Wisconsin Institute for Law and Liberty lawsuit from back in February claims the policy violates parents' constitutional rights by not notifying them if their child wants to be called by a different name. Now, the injunction does not prevent teachers from calling students by their preferred names. It only requires teachers be honest when parents ask. A district spokesperson released a statement saying, quote, the district does not construe or interpret the guidance to support or encourage MMSD officials to misrepresent or conceal anything from parents, and the court did not otherwise require MMSD to change its existing approach.
A failed search for a person to lead the University of Wisconsin system has cost taxpayers about $216,000. That money is unlikely to be recouped because of contract language with the company hired to help find the next president. It didn't specify a refund if the search failed. The presidential search collapsed in June when the lone finalist, University of Alaska System President Jim Johnson, withdrew his name from consideration.
Breaking news, a federal appeals court has upheld a 6-day extension for counting ballots in Wisconsin. On Sunday, a federal appeals court temporarily stopped the expansion. Ballots still need to be postmarked by Election Day.
Coming up next at 6, Dane County Executive Joe Parisi calls for additional funding to expand trail systems and improve water quality. We'll outline his latest budget proposal next.
A reservation for 2 pair of glasses and an eye exam.
Oh, you can just walk in.
I see, my reputation precedes me.
Actually, we do this for everyone.
I'm gonna pretend you didn't say that. Boop, gone.
Unbeatable prices without the drama. 2 pair plus a free eye exam as low as $59.95.
come to appreciate what home has to offer. Right now at Feldco, buy one window and you'll get one free, plus no interest for 1 year. That'll help keep your home and your family warm, safe, and comfortable all year long. That's something we've been providing for almost 50 years. Let Feldco get you ready for colder weather. Buy one window, get one free now.
Buy one, get one free ends Wednesday. Hurry. Call now.
For quality windows, siding, and doors, call 866 for Feldco.
More than 2.3 million people are affected worldwide. The cause is still unknown. Our vision is a world free of multiple sclerosis. Join Meineke Car Care Center in the fight to help those in Wisconsin struggling with MS. By donating $5 to MS, Meineke will thank you with $10 off your total purchase. Stop in any Madison Meineke location today. Please join your local Meineke Car Care in the fight against MS. Meineke, on with life.
Stanton Optical is always here for you with our safe telehealth technology. You can just walk in for an eye exam whenever you need one. And your eye exam is free when you buy 2 pair of glasses for as low as $59.95. Find your nearest store at StantonOptical.com or call 1-800-STANTON.
Dane County Executive Joe Parisi's proposed 2021 budget includes $6.5 million for construction of the second phase of the lower Yahara River Trail from Fish Camp County Park to Lake Kaganza State Park. That would eventually allow people to bike from downtown Madison all the way to Stoughton. Parisi says amid the pandemic, people have needed to get outside more than ever. He says this year, approximately 4 million people have visited Dane County parks. That's up 1 million compared to last year.
This demonstrates just how important the outdoors is to our physical and emotional well-being. Be it hiking or biking or floating down a river, the outdoors provides a healing experience and a place to escape and clear out our heads during the best of times, but certainly even more so today.
Well, the budget also includes $350,000 to continue work on the North Mendota Trail along Highway M near Wanakee and Westport, and $1.75 million for the Continuous Cover Program, which helps preserve land from development, reduce runoff, and mitigate the effects of climate change.
Well, the colder weather must have inspired people to clean out their closets because we received an additional 529 donations to our Coats for Kids drive. In total, we have collected more than 2,500 donations, and thank you to everyone who has helped so far. If you weren't able to donate but would still like to help, Community Action Coalition is looking for volunteers to sort and hang those donated coats. You can sign up for a 1 or 2 hour shift between October 19th and 22nd, or you can assist with the distribution event that runs October 23rd through the 31st. Go to the CAC website for more details. Still ahead at 6, ahead of the first presidential debate of 2020, we are looking into how Joe Biden plans to make good on the economic promises he's making in those campaign ads. That's coming up in our Reality Check segment. And cool weather with a few shower chances. Gary has your first warn forecast coming up next.
Hey, Madison voters, don't let the pandemic suppress your vote. Create your safe voting plan now. You have options. Visit cityofmadison.com/clerk to create your safe voting plan today. Brought to you by the Madison City Clerk's Office.
Let us help you create your family's recipe for health. SSM Health and News 3 Now are making it easy by putting all the ingredients right at your fingertips. With topics like healthy habits, nutrition, and mental well-being, there's something for everyone. Visit Channel 3000's Time for Kids page for advice from SSM Health experts. And catch fresh and informative reports on News 3 Now.
Take time for kids with SSM Health and News 3 Now.
Renovate the bathroom of your dreams at Menards. With 50 years of experience manufacturing bathtubs and showers, Max is an industry leader. Right now, all Max products are 11% off. Lions has what you need to fit your unique style, whether that's a shower or a surround. Get 11% off your bathroom updates from Lions. Stop waiting and start saving on everything you need right now at Menards.
Save big money at Menards.
Don't miss out on these great deals at Gobin Cars Grand Opening Sale. Where can you buy 2018 or 2019 new body style Chevy Equinoxes starting only $14,995 or $233 per month?
That's right. Buy a 2018 or 2019 new body style Chevy Equinox starting at only $14,995 or $233 per month. So just hurry in today and ask for my dad, Don the Dealman Gobin.
Or my daughter, Crystal the Pistol Gobin.
You gotta go to Gobin, GobinCars.com.
At iMart Express, we've enhanced our safety and cleaning standards so that you can shop safely and save. Get 2 pairs of glasses for under $40 and 2 pairs of progressives for under $80. Shop safely and save at iMart Express.
Right glasses.
Right price.
Right now.
Hi, everyone. Hattie's back with us Wednesday morning for a look at the fall-like forecast. And we're continuing to take a closer look at the effect COVID-19 is having on kids and area schools. That and more Wednesday on News 3 Now this morning.
Hey, Madison voters, don't let the pandemic suppress your vote. Create your safe voting plan now. You have options. Visit cityofmadison.com/clerk to create your safe voting plan today. Brought to you by the Madison City Clerk's Office.
You are watching News 3 Now at 6.
An ad for Joe Biden shows off his ideas for your money. He talks tax credits, increased wages, and more Social Security.
Amy Reed shows you what the ad doesn't mention in this News 3 Now reality check.
What would Joe Biden's plan do for you?
This ad from Joe Biden lays out a few ideas for middle and lower income Americans. His 4 points are all backed up by policies on his website, but they aren't completely in his control. Everything Biden says he wants to do would come through legislation, so the outcome of congressional races affects what he's able to do. So in this reality check, I'll explain how he wants to do what he says.
Families with young children could get nearly $7,000 for childcare.
According to his plan on his website, this figure comes from the up to $8,000 tax credit families can get for childcare. The plan gives up to 50% reimbursement for the cost of childcare for families making less than $125,000 a year, with a cap of $8,000 for one child and $16,000 back for 2 or more. If your household makes between $125,000 and $400,000, Biden's site says you'll be eligible for a partial credit.
Buying your first home, you'll get $15,000 towards the down payment.
The plan mimics a temporary tax credit that was part of the recovery from the Great Recession, except this would be advanceable and permanent. In the recovery credit, first-time homebuyers could apply for a credit of 10% of the purchase price of a home.
If you get paid by the hour, your income could grow by as much as $14,000.
This only applies if you make less than $15 an hour, which is what Biden wants to raise the minimum wage to. So his team measured the difference between $15 and $7.25, times that by working 40 hours a week, 50 weeks out of the year, and that's $15,000 gross dollars more.
Older seniors, your yearly Social Security benefits could increase by $1,300.
This one comes from his policy idea to pay those who have collected Social Security for 20 or more years a higher monthly check. According to a policy analyst, Biden would also use a different index specific to the elderly for cost of living adjustments. Those two changes combined would give slight bumps to monthly checks for Social Security, on average about $110 a month or just over $1,300 a year. For this News 3 Now reality check, I'm Amy Reed.
And of course, a reminder, you can watch the presidential debate right here on CBS starting at 8 o'clock tonight. Let's go to Gary with our first warn forecast.
Well, we've had a couple of scattered showers, a lot of clouds today, not much in the way of rain for most areas. 3 things you need to know in the forecast. Those shower chances will continue through Thursday, but like today and yesterday, it's not going to be raining all the time. Most of the time, it'll just be fairly cloudy. Temperatures will stay below normal through the early part of next week, and by Saturday morning, temperatures could be in the middle 30s, and that bears some watching because that could lead to the potential for some frost, especially in low-lying areas. So we'll keep an eye on that. We do have an alert day in the forecast for Saturday morning for possible widespread frost, especially if temperatures can dip by another degree or two if skies stay partly cloudy. Patchy frost also a possibility for Friday morning as well. Upper-level winds continue out of the north and northwest. That continues to bring down cool Canadian air from much of the central and eastern portion of the country, while the western part of the country, almost no clouds at all. Temperature is well above normal, and unfortunately that just doesn't help the wildfire situation out there. Just some very light showers to the north and west. When upper level winds are from the northwest, there's not a lot of moisture for these showers to have, so generally they're brief and light, and a lot of them have been touched off by a weak cold front moving in from the north and west. As we zoom into the Midwest, temperatures right now about the same. It's actually a little warmer on the other side of the cold front just because of more sunshine, but later tonight those temperatures will drop off more in that area, whereas ahead of the front a little more cloud cover will keep temperatures up, but right now they're only in the mid-50s. Over the next 10 days, temperatures will remain below normal through the weekend and into the early part of next week, and then we're back into the 60s, which brings us closer to normal. Farther on down the road, looks like we're going to start seeing a pattern change because the warm west, cool east pattern starting to break down. The 6 to 10 day temperature outlook from the Climate Prediction Center calling for high probabilities of above normal temperatures to our west, below normal temperatures moving to our south and east. But look at how much of the country has below normal precipitation expected over that time period. The 8 to 14 day temperature outlook has the whole lower 48 states with above normal temperatures, and most of that area also seeing below normal precipitation. Only exceptions are the Pacific Northwest and then down in Florida, perhaps a little tropical moisture there. For tomorrow, look for variably cloudy skies. It'll be breezy and cool, and we could see a stray shower at some point during the day. High temperature at 60 degrees. Rainfall amounts through early Friday morning. This includes any showers that fall tonight, tomorrow, and into Thursday night. Generally, we're looking at probably around maybe 1/4 of an inch of rain at best, and the 7 to 10 day forecast calls for those temperatures to only reach to highs around 50 for Friday and Saturday. Again, frost possible Friday morning, and then again Friday night into Saturday morning. That's why we have the alert day there. But once we get past the weekend showers, temperatures will start turning milder. We're back into the 60s with nighttime low temperatures in the lower to middle 40s. Much more comfortable weather at that time.
And coming up in sports, tackling wasn't the best Sunday night for the Packers defense. What the head coach had to say about those 13 missed tackles. That's next on News 3 Now.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Our current president has failed. He's failed to protect us. He's failed to protect America. As president, I'll make you a promise. I'll protect America without exception every time. I'm Joe Biden, and I approve this message.
At Papa Murphy's, we make fresh pizza that you bake at home. Because home is where the fun is. For a limited time only, get the Combo Magnifico Pizza for just $10. Papa Murphy's. Change the way you pizza.
Join Anytime Fitness on Tuesday, October 6th during our 12-hour sale and literally only pay what you can. It's our way of helping you get back to making healthy happen. Pay what you can on Tuesday, October 6th at Anytime Fitness.
Come in today for Rubens' annual leather event. Rubens has received generous discounts from all our fine leather suppliers. Natuzzi, American Leather, and many other manufacturers have allowed Rubens to give you up to 10% off on all leather furniture. Rubens' downtown store and Westside store have many pieces that are available for immediate delivery. Remember, all interior design services are complimentary. Stop into either Rubens today for our leather event.
Get more for your kitchen now at the Brothers Main Big Kitchen Upgrade Sale. We want you to absolutely love your new kitchen, so you'll get big savings on the latest incredible products from GE and our risk-free 30-day price satisfaction guarantee. We want you to be 100% satisfied every time. That's why we're the More Store. The Big Kitchen Upgrade Sale with more selection, more savings, and more kitchen. Now at the Brothers Main, your local store for more since 1938.
If you're hearing a grinding or squealing when coming to a stop, it's time to have your brakes checked. Meineke's 23-point inspection will identify the problem and get them in working order. Stop in or make an appointment online today. Meineke, doing car care right.
We can't deal with an economic crisis until you beat the pandemic. You can't have an economic comeback when almost 1,000 Americans die each day from COVID. Mr. President, do your job. I'm Joe Biden, and I approve this message.
Important voter information, especially if you're voting by mail. News 3 Now has step-by-step guidance for requesting and then tracking your ballot online to make sure your vote counts on November 3rd, Thursday, on News 3 Now at 10.
Through 3 games, the Packers offense has looked good. The Packers defense, well, it's been a little shaky. The end of the Vikings game, the start of the Lions game, and then the tackling or lack thereof against the Saints. You know the play I'm talking about. The pass to Alvin Kamara in the 3rd quarter where he broke 5 tackles on his way to the end zone. That's not what Matt LaFleur is looking for, and neither are those 13 missed tackles he saw on film.
You know, he's a great back. I think he was the majority of the missed tackles were attributed to him making us miss. I think he's a great player, but ultimately it doesn't matter. You gotta find a way to get that guy on the ground, and certainly we'll address different ways we feel like we can improve in that area, and it starts with our drill work, and we have to carry that over.
Week 4 of ESPN's NFL Power Rankings look a whole lot like Week 3. The Packers, Seahawks, Ravens, and Chiefs didn't change spots in the top 4. Green Bay's next opponent, Atlanta, sits near the bottom at 26. Chicago is the only other NFC North team in the top 15. The 3-0 Bears are ranked 14th. Minnesota and Tennessee have closed down their facilities until Saturday after 3 players and 5 staff members from the Titans tested positive for COVID-19. The Vikings hadn't had any new positive tests, but still had to shut down because they played the Titans on Sunday. As of now, Minnesota's game against Houston and Tennessee's game against Pittsburgh are still on as scheduled. Think about the last couple of weeks for the Brewers. Every game was basically a must-win, so they could just get into this position and play in the postseason. That mindset can wear mentally on a team, which is why Craig Counsell is pretty happy to see his club not only get Monday off, but Tuesday too, so the crew could relax a bit before Wednesday's Game 1 against the Dodgers.
This is just for everybody. When you you go really hard, I think this is incredibly helpful for us, and as much just to take a deep breath, not come thinking it's a must, the must win, attitude that we've had to take for a good portion of the last couple of weeks.
So it's kind of like a weekend, Saturday, Sunday, got to go back to work on Monday. So Monday is their Wednesday, or Wednesday is their Monday. You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
you know what I'm saying?
I got you on that one. All right, Zach, thank you. Here's Gary with the final check.
Well, seeing some breaks in the clouds. There's the live view from the Queen Bee Radio Skycam in Platteville. Some clouds and a little bit of sun. Most of the sprinkles are over southeastern Wisconsin right now. Still could see another one pop up at some point early this evening. Temperatures are in the middle 50s for the most part. A little warmer to the west and lower 60s over toward Prairie du Chien. Temperatures dropping to a low of 45 and a high of 60. And then temperatures warming up for next week.
All right, Gary, thanks. And thanks for joining us for News 3 Now at 6.